To the one who's healing chronic symptoms naturally, doing it on their own, digging deep, trying to get to the root of it, and in the process that looks quite messy at times, this is going to be a letter to the one who's healing, the one who's doing it self-sufficiently outside of the system, and they're needing encouragement. So let's jump in. Hi, my name is Selena from Wholeness Campaign. I've healed myself from IBS, parasitic infection, Lyme's disease, asthma, allergies, antibiotic overdose, and a host of chronic symptoms associated with multiple severe concussions. And it's my passion to help others use food as medicine to do the same thing. So in this video, I want to give encouragement to somebody who maybe feels weary in the process, but they're going deep, they're really doing the root cause healing, and they're believing that answers are out there, they're believing that healing is possible, they're persistent in their healing, and they're doing the real work. The work that starts in your kitchen, the work that's not glamorous, it's not fast, it's not pill popping, and it's not just do the 6-week detox cleanse and you'll be fixed and better and no chronic symptoms ever again. It's really the people who are committed to the long-term process and they're seeing these fluctuations. Maybe you're not seeing the upward trajectory yet, we'll get into that, but you're believing for it and maybe you're a little bit tired of the process. So in this video, I'm going to share 3 tips for staying on track in the weary gut healing chronic symptom recovery process, and I'm hoping that this is going to encourage some of you and give you a little bit of momentum and direction, but not one that comes from just doing more things or thinking that you're just going to check off a bunch of boxes, but really one that comes from a deep-rooted internal sense of knowing that you're doing the right thing for yourself and you're really on the right track. Okay, so number 1 is really to make sure that you have the right strategy. Beyond this point, I'm not going to talk about strategy at all because I don't think people need more strategy, but I want you to really take an honest inventory look. If you're really exhausted and you're feeling like you're maybe not making progress that you want, I want you to kind of do a mental checklist that your strategy contains these features, because I really believe that the right strategy is going to include all of the following. Number 1 is that it is natural, that it is not dependent on big pharma, that it's not dependent on some external medication to keep my symptoms at bay, that I'm not kind of like leaning on big pharma like it's like my last ditch effort, my last ditch option, and sometimes I'm going to dabble in it, sometimes I'm not. If you're really committed to this healing process, I think you have to completely let go and cut ties with it. And I know that's going to be extremely controversial. And what I mean by that is that in the day-to-day, you're not leaning on it. And I know that can be a process at times for some of you to build out of that, but that's really the mindset that it takes. It takes a grit saying, I'm not going to turn back to the symptom management tactics that this culture is offering me. I really want to get to the root. So number 2 in that checklist is actually going to be that. It's going to be that you're looking for a root cause strategy. You're not just looking to manage symptoms. That when healing plateaus, you aren't just running to the nearest pharmacy to try to find something to suppress it. You aren't looking for even the natural alternatives that suppress the symptoms. You're really looking to find lasting wellness, lasting wholeness in your body. And that is a longer route than the symptom management things that we're offered in this culture. So if you're on the right track, it's going to look like getting to the root of the problem, asking why is my symptom there? Why am I experiencing this? Not just how fast can I stop experiencing this symptom? The next feature is that it's going to be multifaceted. You're not just going to believe the nearest chiropractor that says, if you just do my 6-week program, you're going to regulate your nervous system, and your nervous system is just all of it. If you just regulate your nervous system, everything's going to be okay. It's all going to be fixed. It's all going to be better. I believe in all of those things. Trust me. But the right strategy isn't going to put all of your eggs into one basket. It's going to believe in a multifaceted solution, that you need a truly holistic approach to heal and get to the root cause of anything. The next feature is that you're going to have a food-first approach, not a supplement-heavy approach. And I'm not against certain supplements at times. Totally hear me out on that. But if you are on a protocol where supplements are just being thrown at you like they're candy, and you're not even really sure where you're getting your nutrition from, if it's supplements or if it's the actual earth and the soil, if you believe that there's nutrients in the soil anymore, the right approach is not going to be selling you a supplement protocol before they've really taken a deep look at your nutrition. Your nutrition, your food needs to come first. And if that's not coming first, then they really have completely missed the foundation. And to kind of piggyback off of that, the last one that I think is super important, its criteria here, is that you want to make sure that the approach that you're after is a nutrient-dense approach, an animal-based, nutrient-dense evidence approach. So that foundation that you're leaning on is not one that believes that you just need to eat more plants and that you'll be all better. It's not one that is based off of medical medium's best advice of plant-based eating and just eat beans, and if you just eat more beans, then you'll detox all of those crappy substances in your body. Is really based off of the most nutrient-dense foods. This is not super complicated. You just have to do a quick Google search of what actually has more nutrition. Is it liver or is it broccoli? And you'll have your answer for you. I'm not saying vegetables are bad, but when you're healing, you need building blocks. And if the person that's leading you is telling you that you need less of those building blocks, then the foundation that you're building your healing process on is going to be faulty. So when you have that checklist in place, when you kind of scan it over, do a little self-analysis here. If you can check those boxes, then we are going to be on the same page for the rest of this video. If you can't check those boxes, if you feel like your healing process is missing one of those, I would like to invite you to adopt the methodology that I have. It's a 3-pillar approach. It is gut health, detoxification, and nervous system regulation. That everything you do for your healing journey encapsulates all 3 of those things, and that you really start with food and you have a food first foundation. This is what I teach in my programs. And the reason for that is that I really believe it's the most holistic, the most effective, and the most foundational approach. So healing the gut, detoxing the body, and getting to the nervous system and going deep in nervous system healing. If you're interested in going a little bit deeper into what I mean by all of that, I'm going to link a video below where I dive into more of this holistic approach to healing chronic symptoms, getting to the root of your gut issues, healing your gut because your gut is really the root of so much, but doing it in a very holistic way. If you're interested in that, I will leave that linked above and below. And then once you've done that, once you've got the right strategy, my next encouragement to people who are healing, who are really weary, is that you stop looking at what the culture is doing and really tune out all of the extra noise and stay the course. Really, my best encouragement to somebody who's feeling exhausted and overwhelmed is to cut out the noise of the wellness industry, which can be quite noisy if you understand what I mean. Don't compare. Stop looking around at the online flashy things, the people marketing supplements, the people marketing juice cleanses, the people marketing their 6-week detox program. Like, stop looking at all of those different things, because what can happen is you start to really doubt the process that you're taking, the holistic process you're on, the journey that you've decided and you've committed to. And what can happen is that buzz from the outside functional medicine world oftentimes can be so overwhelming and so stressful that it can do 2 things. One is that it's going to have you doubting your entire process, going to have you recalculating every 5 or 6 weeks, deciding to do something different, try something different, and you're never really staying on track long enough to see success in an area. So you don't actually know if the previous thing worked because you're not staying on it long enough. I say this with all sincerity, like, healing takes time, and social media is built to give you quick gratification, to offer you a really quick solution to your problems, and oftentimes that is just not what's happening. So the second reason to avoid this is just that it really stresses the nervous system. When you're putting your body in this constant state of, I'm doing something wrong, I need a quick fix, I got to get out of this, it perpetuates what I believe can actually be this flight response. You're leaving the current protocol because you think something else is better, and you're constantly fleeing from thing to thing to thing because your nervous system is so stressed, and you might actually be hijacking the healing process on a very subconscious level. So stay the course, stay focused. Don't look at all the different flashy, shiny objects that are around you. I promise you, they are not all that they've built up to be. Yes, some of these things might have benefits. The biohacking, the hydrogen water, the sauna, the jumping, the detoxing, every single thing in your home. Like, they might have benefits. But when you're really going deep and you're getting to the root of your problem, especially in the beginning, I would encourage you to stay focused on what's the most important thing, and that is your food as medicine approach, detoxing your body, and getting your nervous system regulated. And staying the course, staying focused, not getting distracted will really help with that. I want you to picture this. You go on Instagram, you open the app, someone says, this thing is toxic, and you realize you have that in your kitchen, and you used it yesterday, and now you need an alternative. So you jump on Amazon, and they have 50 million different options for it. Which one's best? So you go on YouTube, and you search best non-toxic pan, and now you're on YouTube, and they're selling you these ceramic pans that are not non-toxic, by the way, And so you spend $300 to $400 on these non-toxic pans just to find out later that they are somewhat toxic because another YouTube video then tells you that. You're in a spiral, you're in a swirl, just to get back onto Instagram and for people to tell you that that's actually not the most important thing that matters, that your nervous system is what matters. And so you really should stop detoxing your home at all because your nervous system is what's most important. Calm your body and try to do that, and yet you're infiltrated with so many different opinions of what is right and what is wrong. Are you eating the right thing? Are you doing the right thing? If you haven't been doing this, then you're doing it wrong. And that noise, you guys, is so overwhelming and it is so crippling and it stunts our progress in our healing. And so this is where I'm really coming at this from, is that I want you to stay the course, stay focused, put your blinders on, and go full on ahead at the strategy that's going to make the biggest difference. Okay, number 3, and it's something that I think will really actually help to bring the noise level down, is getting people around you. You need community. And nobody likes when I say this because people are like, I'm special and I don't need that. And nobody around me gets it. But you guys, honestly, oftentimes this is the only thing that's going to bring us out of the spiral. This is the only thing that's going to keep us grounded into what truly matters most. The spiral thrives in aloneness. So whether it's a counselor, a teacher, a mentor, a coach, a family member, a friend, a church, a workout group, a small group, a mom group, whatever it is, get yourself some people, even if they're long distance, just get yourself some people that actually understand where you're coming from, are willing to listen, even if they disagree. You can still be friends with them. Get yourself some people that are willing to just be with you in the process. They don't have to agree with you. It's just the presence of another person that can really be regulating, calming, and encouraging on this process, build momentum on the process of healing. When we are on a natural healing process, I think it's kind of common that we isolate ourselves a little bit because we've probably been a little alienated from the medical system. Maybe people around us honestly just do not get what we're doing and they're kind of going in the opposite direction. So it feels like you're swimming upstream to be friends with them and be in connection with them. And I'm not just saying you need to be friends with anybody or you need to have a million friends, but our bodies crave connection. And even if you're the best introvert in the world, our bodies need to be around other people. They need to be laughing. They need to be doing fun things. So do things that get you out of your comfort zone, that get you out of healing mode, that get you out of my body is all that matters mode. Do things that are fun, that make it feel like you're actually healing for a purpose. You're healing so that you can actually live again. And that, my dears, is only up to you. That's only something you can do. It's not anything that I can teach you. It's not anything that I could give to you as more information for you to buy or change. It's something that you've got to go out and do for yourself. And I really encourage you to do that. If you need a healing community, people who are like-minded on this natural health healing journey and going deep, really getting to the root cause, they all have a very similar strategy. I have a free community called Wholeness Hub. I will have it linked in the description box below. It's free to join. I've got lots of resources up there. It's kind of like a Facebook feed or a Facebook group, but it's off social media. So there's no censorship and we don't have any issues with all the problems that are on social media. It'll kind of pull you away from some of the noise. And we do live Q&As once a month right now. You can pop in, ask questions, put in prayer requests if that resonates with you, and connect with other people who are doing the same thing. They're trying to heal their bodies naturally. They're probably the black sheep in their culture, in the communities that they're around. And these are people who are also looking to connect with other like-minded people. So the link for that is below. We would love to have you. And if you got any value out of this video, please like the video and subscribe to my channel for more root cause gut health related content like this. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching.